All right, time for my second Jem'hadar's thing. And yeah, you just saw my Weyoun clone, which I decided to name Dilyath. Actually, I just clicked the random rename button several times until I got one that I like. Yeah, there's actually a name list programmed into the game for Forta names. When did the devs do that? I don't know. Ask Taco Face about it. He couldn't remember. All he remembered is that all of the pre-programmed lists of names were team efforts, and that several people had contributed to it, and he didn't even remember when that was. Whatever. Anyways, but yeah, there's one from Vorta. This is the only character in the game that can use it, though, here, because of the fact that Dilyath, like I said, he's a Weyoun clone, not a hologram. Anyway, I'll get back to it. So, for this build, this is a tactical Jem'hadar, who is set up mostly for buffs. Mostly team buffs, actually, too. And I have the macro virus because, why not? But like playing with it. And I'm using Mud's time device because several of these things have a relatively long recharge. No, seriously, that's over a minute and a half by default. So I'm using Mud's time device to force them to cool down faster. Okay, so you may have noted that I am not using the extra good Jem'hadar bridge officers. I'm using the somewhat less good ones. Why? Well, I'll get back to that. Traits. Yeah, this is pretty normal stuff. I don't have anything particularly good, so Now, activating Technophile and penetrating rounds, yeah, that would probably help someone. You know what? Drop aggressive and teamwork. Add in Technophile and penetrating rounds because actually I don't remember how. Oh, it's only 5 armor penetration. Never mind. Probably better off just sticking with aggressive. Actually, never mind. Because like increasing the base damage by 5% versus 5 armor penetration. Whatever. Anyway, I'm actually not 100% sure which would be better for this particular build. Anyway, so yeah, look at that. So the Weyoun clone has pets to summon because honestly, he's just giving pets to science officers is just fun. This is actually a relatively weak sauce kit, but it's all of the stats are things that are usable anyway. I'm genuinely not sure if the kit performance thing actually works on bridge officers because it won't let you see their kit perf stats, so you can't actually tell if it's increasing their kit perf stat, which is rather annoying. Anyway, because as a Jem'hadar recruit, you get a whole bunch of copies of the old Jem'hadar set. Most of my team is using that. I know, this one's using the pistol, which technically doesn't give him the 3-piece bonus. Whatever. Anyway. Yeah, I'm also using that set, so, you know. Would it work better if I was to change that? Yeah, probably. I did, however, give my bridge officers pets on this one character. I did actually remember that. So, traits. My 3 Jem'hadar bridge officers basically have the same traits. This guy has his be slightly different because he doesn't have superior stubborn. He just has regular stubborn, and the other 2 have superior stubborn. Skills. Okay, so I mentioned that this guy here has mostly a buff heal setup. Like, yes, he has electric field, and I gave him a Dilovine hypo spray, and it occurs to me at the moment that no one on my team except for my captain has a melee weapon. Now, my captain could actually use a melee weapon quite well, and I do sometimes. But not really something I specialize in. Like, here's a lunge, which does, I think, get a bonus from Dilyath, but this is mostly just like a debuff thing. And second thought, given the fact that my captain is using a tank ability, I probably shouldn't have him withdraw fire. Yeah. Anyway, this is again the standard engineer's setup I like to give to bridge officers because it works quite well. Random turret. This is the photon mortar, not a quantum mortar, because it's the only mortar you can have as an instant ability. Also, only turret you can have as an instant ability, and that makes it very good, honestly. Shield recharge, short cooldown, and it works. Tripwire drone. This bridge officers sometimes mess up and throw this at things that it doesn't work on, but it works reasonably well on bridge officers. And we have the other science person, who again, kind of sort of like a buff debuff thing. This is mostly just choosing between the skills that he has that he came with. This isn't me customizing it to be, the best I can make it. No. This is mostly just me leaving it with whatever we had. That's actually true of a lot of these. Like this one. This is actually customized, okay? But I added the turret and the tripwire drone. The rest of it is actually just what he came with. And same here. It's like, are these great builds? No, I could upgrade these quite heavily and make them work a lot better. But for the moment, that's what I'm going to use. Although I did have several options to choose from. So his is considerably more tweaked. Well, his is the only one that's actually like a proper build. The other ones just more or less have what they came with one or two exceptions. Anyway, though, so that's the skills and traits and stuff on this one. This guy, why am I running a full Jem'hadar team? Well, his special ability gives, which you see here in the thing, is to give you the Ketracel sated buff. See, Ketracel boost. Okay, he's Dutch. Well, Dilyath can't show Ketracel boost because he's not a Jem'hadar. He's a Bordog. Ketracel boost. Don't see. Everyone on my team has the Ketracel boost because he gives it to you. Anyway, and I will do the patrol run in a separate video. See you guys.